Hey friends, welcome back. So today I'm going to share with you all of the music that I've been listening to lately. So if you've been kind of bored, hearing the same old stuff, these are my recommendations for you. Now, starting off with vinyl records, I've been listening to Beacon's album, The Ways We Separate, which has a really nice, modern, laid-back electronic vibe. My favorite track on this record is Drive, so if you can't listen to the whole album, just be sure to listen to that song. It's great. Next up, we got Black Sabbath's classic metal album, Paranoid. I picked this one up a few years ago at Friends of Sound, which is a great record shop in the San Antonio area. And honestly, as I've gotten older and the more I've listened to this, the more I truly appreciate it. It's just really good music. Favorite tracks on here are Paranoid, Iron Man, Electric Funeral, and when I want to relax, Planet Caravan. Next up, we got the Verve 2020 pressing of Getz and Gilberto, which is by far one of the best sounding records I now own. And at the time I picked this one up, it was only like $25, so it was definitely a steal. So if you're a big fan of jazz, I would highly recommend this pressing in particular because you're going to absolutely love it. Next up, we got Lorena McKennett's album, The Visit, which is a beautifully intricate, atmospheric folk album. And the thing I like most about Lorena's music is that in addition to her strong vocal range, she has such a unique, mystical, tribal, Celtic sound to her music that you can't really compare her to anyone else. Basically, she's confident in creating her own style and she doesn't copy anyone. So that's pretty cool. Now, speaking of mystical music, I've also been listening to Enya's The Very Best of Enya compilation record. The one word I would use to describe all of Enya's music is angelic. There's just something about it that has this innate ability of making a person deeply happy and content every time they listen to it. At least that's the way I feel. It's soothing, it's comforting, and I haven't met a single person that didn't like Enya. So there's that. Okay, now moving on to the CDs, we've got Chem's albums, Chemistry, Album 2, and Album 3, Intimacy. These are great to listen to if you're already familiar with other smooth R&B artists like Seal, Sade, Boyz II Men, Joe, and Luther Vandross. If you love that kind of stuff, then these albums are going to be perfect for you. Favorite tracks on these are Love Calls, Find Your Way, Back in My Life, and Human Touch. Next up, we've got Anugama's 3 albums, Shamanic Dream 2, and Healing, which are perfect for relaxing, meditation, yoga, or just general stress relief. This music is tranquil, peaceful, sonic bliss. And just like Enya, if you've had a bad day, you can put this stuff on with a good pair of headphones and you're gonna just instantly feel better. I guarantee it. Next up, we've got 3 CDs from Robert Rich, Sunyata and Inner Landscapes, Numina plus Geometry, and last of all, his most recent, Offering to the Morning Fog. So as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Robert's ambient stuff. I think his music is very deep and introspective, and basically, anytime he comes out with something new, I just have to have it on CD. So with Morning Fog in particular, he actually recorded that album specifically during 2020 to help his listeners kind of relax their minds due to all the crazy stuff that was happening in the world at that time. So I think that was really cool of him, and that's also why I like supporting his work. Now, last of all, here's a few albums I've been listening to on Apple Music. Pang by Caroline Polachek, which is excellent and reminds me of Imogen Heap. 13 by Black Sabbath, which really needs no explanation. It's just awesome rock music. How Did We Get Here by Blue de Tiger, which actually just recently came out, and it's really good, especially her song Vintage. Next up, Uncontrollable by the band Miserable, which is a perfect melancholy masterpiece that I've been playing on repeat for several weeks. Next up, we got William Basinski's 3 albums, Water Music 2, The Disintegration Tapes, and Lamentations, which are all fantastic ambient gems. And finally, Cypress Grove by Jimmy Duck Holmes, which, if you're a fan of blues, will absolutely blow you away. If you don't listen to any of the other albums in this video list, then trust me, listen to this one and and you will not regret it. And hopefully, one day I'll be able to find a copy on vinyl. Now, before we go, today's song of the day is 1979 by Smashing Pumpkins. And if you have a suggestion for a song of the day as well, post in the comments down below and you might see it at the end of a future video. Alright, so that's all the stuff that I've been listening to, but what have you been listening to? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you love music as much as I do, then feel free to subscribe and hit that little bell so you won't miss out on any new videos. And most importantly of all, friends, have a fantastic day, stay safe, and keep spinning that vinyl.